My bad for leaving it so long between episodes of Let's Make a Soccer Team. I came to realize that the feature I was going to prepare for actually doesn't unlock until Season 3 because we didn't promote this season. We slid down to an agonizingly close 4th, and also, our final balance for the season, we needed to sell Blonde and Wreathwaller because otherwise I would have gone into the red and it would be the end of the challenge. And something I didn't elaborate on last time is that some sponsors give you privileges that can make them worth more than their base payouts. And it looks like John Pella is clearly the best. Supplier only applies to kits, so I get to change my kit now. Although there's nothing requiring you from changing your kit, but I decided to make a few edits anyway. But that's our sponsorship taken care of. We jump right back to almost 8 million euros. And now I get the rare opportunity to actually change up my coaches because due to the rules of the challenge I've set myself, I can't hire coaches mid-season. Hold on a second, this guy's got cannon shot training. Elmas predicted football tactics and glory. I was looking for someone who had the mentor youth designation, who could actually replace Uhart, but there isn't really anyone that would be an improvement. I think Bruckner, however, could be an upgrade in the youth academy. And to replace Reiter, Bonhoff is actually a potential future manager. A bit small, but that tactical fitness diamond has a lot of dark blue area in it for this early on in the game, so it's also time to potentially get a new scouts. Is anyone going to spawn with better skills than, well, Pierre Pitado? Yeah, that's the guy we need. So this is Burley Chingen. Sadly, we have to say goodbye to him because there really isn't any room on the team for him anymore. So we've got some new pre-season options. We're probably not going to be using the pre-season friendly option anymore because we have plenty of other ways to competitions. For instance, you get to play knockout tournaments in other continents, or your own continent in the case of the Golden Club Cup, but I'm going to tackle Africa first, and we'll come back to the Golden Club Cup if we get a chance in a later season. But when I think about it, I would like to save some money so I can continue to purchase facilities for the club. I've decided not to go on camp this season, maybe next season, but right now we're just going to do another pre-season match against Leicester. Oh, that's interesting. Behrens. I think the coach is making a good call with Behrens. He is good ability, almost inside our tactical fitness diamond, and can actually play left back in a pinch, which we don't have a lot of depth since we lost Blonde. So yeah, I'm going to call him up. I also might play 4-3-3 a bit more often this season because I got Helmersberger, I got Emmert. I did a bit of thinking about which way I'm going to take the club training-wise, and I think I'm going to go for physical abilities because I already put the weight training room for youth in, and if you prioritize a specific category of facilities for your clubhouse, you can end up improving your clubhouse to a level beyond that you would normally achieve. Interesting thing the game does from Season 2 onwards, it actually switches out what your secretary is wearing based on the season, so that's her summer outfit. It doesn't make a gameplay difference, I just thought it would be interesting to point out. It hasn't been a particularly eventful game. Unlucky to be offside there. Might have been able to do something. Oh, now, however, Ludwig! Oh, that's already a lot better than he was managing at the end of last season. He puts it in the net. Oh, this isn't too good, though. Red card. Ah, Leicester have equalised. I tried putting Geiger back there to cover up the hole by Spruckensnit, but Leicester have still been all over us. We still can't win any pre-season friendlies, though. I think the fact that it took us going down to 10 men to lose the lead, we can take some positives from that. Oh, he said sales are breaking new ground for us. That reminds me, I need to set up my merchandise for the season. Overseas base is going to be something I look into later on, not right now. But anyway, we have the 15,000 stadium now. The next tier would be 30,000. We can, in the interim, extend our stands up to 25,000 and eventually get a roof. I don't think we need any extensions right now, but we are blowing through a lot of our cash already, but if we can get a good run going in this African Club Cup, we'll be able to gain a lot of that money right back. And that means we've got to put our best 11 out there again, because we haven't drawn a particularly easy first opponents. Oh, and he might have already produced something for us. Rhine, beautiful ball, and he just tucks it away. Players, especially less experienced ones, can easily end up exhausted at the end of a 90-minute run. You can see Behrens, and we also had stamina issues with Lynn Patner all last season. So I think this focus on physical abilities might pay off for us, as we'll be able to not have those tiredness issues late in games. And that's an own goal. The Nugus had their chances to get one back, but they haven't converted up until now, and they still aren't going to. They're definitely not going to score twice here, so we're through to the next round. And there's the whistle. Today we take on Casablanca, who might be tough to score on, and also they are very thin on players in general. They've got 16 players in total, one forward. We're going straight to the second half here. It's pretty much played out as I expected. It's been very difficult to break these guys down because they got that many bodies back. Oh, that was... Oh, okay, but Ginster's maybe going to make no mistake of it. It was off the post. I think Lynn Patner tried to hit it. No, it was the number 11, which means Ryan. Lynn Patner's already off the field because of that stamina problem I mentioned a little bit earlier. Oh, off the post. Kruger. Oh, that's going to save us because for some reason our left back did not chase after the ball and allowed a cross to go in. But thankfully it did not result in an equaliser and we go through. We also gained a little bit of money for the intermediate victories as well as the final tournament standings, so this is helping us a lot. Let's see then if we can get the lot. Another minor cup final. Gian, our opponent. They probably should have shot that earlier, but it's still going in through the chaos. Marshall has fired. Oh, and that's a great ball to Ginster. Potentially two. The keeper goes for it. He just misses it. Ginster able to kick it past him, and that should be tournament one. Gian have been threatening a little bit in recent plays. Oh, that header over the bar. That's... Oh, they are going to get one injury time goal, though. What a mess. Cisse makes it 2-1. But all we had to do was hold it up for a little bit, and it was way too deep into injury time. The ref had to blow the whistle there. So in the end, a European team wins the African Club Cup. Is this colonialism? It's certainly not a minor victory for our bank balance. We actually made more out of this than we did out of the German Club Cup the previous season. And we also got a positive result from the sports promotion in week 4. So all in all, the perfect preseason for us, because I got everyone at least 2 appearances in games and we managed to win the competition we were going after. Only problem is Marshall, the manager, is not getting on with Kay Rees, one of our coaches. So, from Season 2 onwards, you can spend a little bit extra money to promote one of your players, popularity-wise, and that'll help the club's profile, and also potentially get you more jersey sales for that player. But I think we're still too small of a club to really benefit from spending money on that. We can, however, ask our sub-sponsors, all of our sponsors, to try and develop new merchandise to give us more options for making money. While we're talking about sponsors, I did have that clause from Bullgen to acquire at least one forward, but I haven't been reminded about that yet, so I will assume that the youth player we called up does count as acquiring a forward. However, the Marshall Rees issue has boiled over. Would it still count as a blindside firing if I've been given an ultimatum from the manager? I don't think it would, to be honest. I think, however, he is a decent coach for Marshall the player, so I'm going to compromise and wait until next episode to let go of Rees. That way I can get some opinions from viewers as well. Alright, the league season is upon us, and it's one thing to beat up on some African teams, it's another thing entirely to do it at home, but I am pretty confident that we can beat Berghausen at least. This is our first chance to play in the new stadium. Unfortunately, the attendance isn't their best because it's raining, but oh, that was a very dumb foul. I don't know who made that tackle, but that was terrible. I could see it was coming. And Kruger could see that was coming, but it wasn't enough because it was perfectly struck from Burkhardt. I don't know what me. Oh! That is one of the weirdest goals I have seen on this game, but Ginster is on the board because the goalkeeper kicked it straight to him. Oh, good block from Marshall. I was worried we were going to give that goal back immediately. Instead, we got a real opportunity to go 2-1. I think it was a soft foul, but oh, we do manage to clean it up. Ryan was there. Oh, Kruger with a brilliant save. They executed that corner perfectly, but their head was not as strong as our head. And that's the whistle. I was fearing that we were going to lose our home opener, but we do win it. Well, that's new. Bellendorf is particularly interested in certain coaches on the list. However, once a coach or youth player is scouted, they stay on your shortlist for a full month, so we can afford to wait until the start of September. And I won't spoil the surprise for myself. For now, though, it's an unchanged starting 11 against Saarbrücken. I was going to put Gießen in, but his condition level isn't the best right now, and I may need to book a second condition training within the same month. Oh, Ludwig right in front, and yes, he manages to break his duck of goals in the league. Oh, is that 2-0? Oh, it's off the post. Ryan, no. Oh, this isn't good, though. Oh, it's off someone. But importantly, they have not scored. I already used all of my subs, so Ryan is going to have to play through that. Oh, it wasn't over. Oh, come on, Schenk. What are you doing? That was terrible. We've got double injury timed. That is so frustrating. All he had to do was kick it around the attacker and we would have been fine. And even then, all Kruger had to do was get a hand to that, and I think we still would have been fine. Well, it just continues the trend of us losing in some of the most devastating and weird ways imaginable. I'm bringing in Honegger to the youth team. I know he plays in the same position as Emmert, but he has a good ability inside our tactical fitness, mostly. Also, I forgot to report on and rest Ryan. He was out for 2 weeks, but it's already come down to 1 week. I think he'll be back for the rival game. But we don't have him now, which means I'm going to have to go to a 4-3-3 because we only have one full-time striker that can do the job. Lynn Patner can play striker part-time, but he's really more of a midfielder and emergency winger. Right now, I'm not seeing a lot of empty stands. I thought that cross was too early, but it's not. Lynn Patner's set up Helmesberger. Oh, that's... I mean, it always feels like you're hard done by, but Stuckenschmidt's been sent off for the 2nd time this episode, and this time it's going to matter. This is probably Cottbus's last chance unless the ref blows the whistle right away. But now we've sent it, and I don't think they're going to get another chance. They didn't. So we escape, but that does leave us without our best right back for the derby. Oh, that was a pretty significant windfall for a single match. Of course, that will seem like chump change later on, but we need money to build up the club, and we're well on our way to having that. Ryan is back, and starting lineup for the derby. Baumgart drops back to left back. Lynn Patner slides across to left wing. Kosaka is going to be the DM because he's in good form. And we're also definitely going to sub on Brams because he too is in good form. Though not good enough to start over Hafez and Amend. Did I say left back, left wing? I meant right. Oh, they're still on it though. But that shot was not good enough, and now Geeson. Ryan back for an injury. Through ball from Ginster, but not the best position to be taking a shot from. Oh, that was a good header to Lynn Patner, but he's going to need someone to follow up, otherwise the shot's never going to be good enough. Ginster, normally the scorer, has to try to assist now. Geiger, good rebound. And once again, we get treated to the angry Lorenzo Dork. I had to remember what his name was in this timeline. Geiger does not normally play attacking mid, but he was very calm and collected in that finish. Oh, what the hell are you doing? Gooden. He's gotten right on top of that, and then he's just headed it straight in. Oh, we could get it though. Baumgart. Oh. We have thankfully held on to 1-1, but that's another 2 competition points that got away from us. We once again controlled the match against us, and we just haven't been able to capitalise. We're still only 3 points away from the title, but we need every point we can get if we're going to take on Gladbach and Frankfurt here. That's all for today, but next episode we've got a couple of former players coming back to try and take us down. Riefmuller at Braunschweig, and then something of a grudge match. Blonde has gone to Duisburg, and we've got them for fixture 11.